Welcome y'all to Robin on the Farm. Today I'm going to share with you my 1-pound recipe for bread machine potato bread. This is such a good and easy recipe, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. So even if you're a beginner to your bread machine and you've never even used it before or you haven't pulled it out in several years, you'll be able to make this really easy loaf of bread. Now when you add potatoes to your homemade bread, you're going to get a really good, soft, fluffy, fantastic textured bread that you just can't get without adding potatoes. And the easiest way to add potatoes to your homemade bread is to use instant potato flakes. Makes it so easy, you don't even have to really bake a potato to make this really good bread. So this recipe uses instant potatoes, and I'm just going to show you how to make it. So to get started, we're going to use 3/4 plus 2 tablespoons of lukewarm water. You want this to be about 100 to 110 degrees. So this is 3/4 plus 2 tablespoons. Right on into your bread machine loaf pan. Be sure to get your loaf pan out of the bread machine so that you don't have any spills inside of your bread machine, because that is a mess to clean up. Ask me how I know. Today I'm using my really old Zojirushi bread machine. This recipe works with any bread machine that'll make a 1-pound loaf of bread. Okay, to our water, now it's time to add some oil. Now you can use oil or butter. I'm gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of oil. I'm using olive oil. Any kind of oil will work just fine. Or like I said, you can use 1.5 tablespoons of melted butter. I use both. I just interchange whenever I make this bread. Sometimes I like to use oil and sometimes I like to use butter. Now it's time to add the flour. For this 1-pound loaf of bread, we're gonna add 2 cups of flour. I like to use bread flour when I make homemade breads. It has a higher protein content. You're gonna get a little bit better rise to your bread. You can also use all-purpose flour though, if that's all you have. You might need to add a little bit more all-purpose flour just because it absorbs a little bit less water than the bread flour. But I'm gonna use 2 cups of bread flour. So I'm gonna add that right on into my bread machine loaf pan. Now I'm gonna leave you this recipe in cups and spoons and in grams. Down in the description and on my website, robinonthefarm.com, you can find a link to the printable recipe. After the flour, now it's time to add some sugar. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now I'm using this white sugar. You can also use coconut sugar, monk fruit, honey, pure maple syrup, brown sugar, but I'm going the easy way and just using 1 tablespoon of white sugar today. Now I'm gonna add some powdered milk. Now powdered milk isn't just a substitute for liquid milk. When you use powdered milk in your breads, you're gonna get softer, fluffier, lighter breads. It is fantastic for your homemade breads. It's great to store in your food storage for an emergency, but it's great to cycle through it and use it in your breads. Now, if you don't have any powdered milk, you can simply just leave this out. So don't worry if you don't have it. This recipe will still work without the powdered milk, but it is better with the powdered milk. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of this instant powdered milk. Most powdered milk is non-fat dry skim milk powder, but you can also find whole milk powder too. Either one will work just fine in this recipe. So 2 tablespoons of dry milk powder right on into your bread machine loaf pan. This does something similar to the potato flakes. It really does give you better bread. Now it's time to add the instant potatoes. Now, instant potatoes come in 2 forms that I know about. You can get them in potato flakes that look like this, little flakes of dried potatoes, or they come in potato gems, potato pearls, potato buds. You can use either one for this recipe. I store both in my food storage. You can also just find it at Walmart. It's really cheap to buy instant mashed potatoes, and they are fantastic in this bread. So I'm gonna use 1/3 of a cup of these instant potatoes. I'm using potato flakes, but like I said, you can use the potato gems or the pearls or the buds, exactly the same in this recipe. Next, we want some salt. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. I like this Redmond's real salt, but you can use any kind of salt that you want. 1 teaspoon right on in there. And last, we want some yeast. Now, I'm going to use the SAF instant yeast. You can also use the bread machine yeast, the rapid rise, the active dry yeast. Any of those will work just fine in this recipe. So add 1 teaspoon right on in there. I like to buy my yeast in bulk like this, store it in the freezer, get it out right in time to make bread, use it, and put it back in the freezer. You don't have to let it come to room temperature or anything like that, and it'll make your yeast last way longer than if you leave it out at room temperature. Okay, those are already all of our ingredients for this 1 pound loaf of bread machine potato bread. Let's go ahead and get this into our bread machine. I'm gonna choose a basic white bread. You can choose if you want light, medium, or dark crust. I'm gonna leave it on medium this time, and I'm gonna press start. And this just gets it starting to mix and knead right away. Now, the most important thing about using your bread machine is in about 3 to 5 minutes that you come and check on your ball of dough. I'll show you exactly what it should look like. I just started my bread machine about 4 minutes ago, and I like to check on my ball of dough. If you do this, then your bread machine bread is gonna turn out great. You wanna be sure that it's not too wet, not too sticky, and also not too dry. Now, this one isn't sticking to the sides or to the bottom or to the paddle. This is looking really good. You can also tell that it's not too crumbly. That would mean that it's too dry. If yours is looking too wet and sticking to the sides and to the bottom, add about a tablespoon more of flour at a time. If yours is looking dry and crumbly and not coming together into a nice smooth ball of dough like this, add about a tablespoon of milk or water at a time and make it look more like this. Now that you know that this looks good, you can shut the lid and know that your bread is going to turn out great. Our 1 pound loaf of bread machine potato bread is done. I like to turn it out of the bread machine loaf pan immediately, brush it with some melted butter. This just gives you a nice soft crust and that good buttery taste and that beautiful shine. And instead of putting it on a cooling rack, I like to just cover it with a tea towel. All that warmth and the condensation will give you an even softer crust. If you let your homemade bread cool just a bit before you slice into it, you're gonna get a better texture, a better crumb out of your bread. This 1 pound loaf is such a nice size. It's perfect for 1 or 2 people, or if you just like to make a fresh homemade loaf every day. I like doing that. This bread machine potato bread slices really easily and really nicely. It has a really beautiful fine crumb and texture, and it is really soft and really fluffy. But it's also substantial enough that you can slather some peanut butter and jelly on it, some mayo to make a ham and cheese sandwich. It's a really great all-around sandwich bread. I'll leave the printable recipe for this bread machine potato bread down in the description and on my website, robinonthefarm.com. While you're there, if you're looking for a good way to store your homemade breads, these are our handmade beeswax bread bags that my daughters and I make. I like to store all of my homemade breads in them. They're a great alternative to plastic bread bags. Thanks so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I'll see y'all next time.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each need, ground